Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining me. Hope you're having an awesome day. Usually I talk about hockey, maybe a little bit of baseball, football, soccer, basketball. Not today. Today, we're talking some American Ultimate Disc Leagues, or Frisbee, basically. I've never watched this sport. However, every team has its own unique jerseys. And if you're familiar with this channel, well, that's kind of my thing. I like to rank jerseys, logos, just have some fun. Not a serious video, just a subjective, kind of fun, lighthearted video. And I'm here to share it with you. So there's 21 different teams in this league, from my understanding. And I've ranked the jerseys 21 to 1, my least favorite to favorite. That's the order we're going to go through them. And I mean, these are pretty unique. These are a little bit out of my league because I'm used to looking at hockey jerseys and stuff. But I'm going to try and give my best opinions and see where we end up and see if you guys agree or disagree. So if you do agree, or even if you don't agree, leave your comment down below at the end of the video and tell me which one of these 21 was your favorite. Let's get into this. Number 21, I put the Detroit Mechanics. Overall, not too bad. However, when I look at this, I think, or I don't think Frisbee, or I don't think Ultimate Disc. I think baseball. This is a baseball jersey. This is a baseball design, in my opinion. You have the scripted font on the front that looks like a baseball logo. You have the very typical kind of it's not stripes, but it's the split of the color there, making the sleeves a completely different color, and then the end of it matching the color of the rest of the jersey or the rest of the shirt. So this is major baseball to me, and not that that's a bad thing, but when I think of Frisbee, or when I'm trying to think about Frisbee or Ultimate Disc, I don't want to think about baseball, and this screams baseball to me. That is really the only reason that it is where it is. Number 20, I put the Indianapolis Alley Cats. It's not too bad. It's just, I don't know. It's got no texture. It's got no, as you'll see coming up, like there are some really, really texturized good jerseys in this league, but this one's a little bit flat for me. The color's fine, the logo's fine, it's just a little bit flat. Number 19, I've put the Montreal Royal. Not used to seeing Montreal colors be this. I'm used to, the red, white, and the blue, but this is different. But it's not bad. I don't think, like, from this point on, I would say that I actually like all of these jerseys, which is not something I can say for most hockey leagues. So it's got that going for it for sure. These orange stripe coming down along here is fine. It looks quite academic. I'm okay with that. I have no real issues here. It's just a little bit flat. There's no other texture going on in the jersey. Maybe a little bit on the sides, but I can kind of barely see it. Number 18, I put the San Diego Growlers. So here's where you kind of start to see a little bit of texture. It's this like crisscrossed hatch kind of texture in the background. The colors look pretty good. Black and red, very typical color combination or color relationship, but otherwise is pretty generic jersey, pretty generic design. Number 17, I put the Ottawa Outlaws, and it's in your face. You got that bright green boom in there, but it's a little bit too green for me. I would have liked to see some more elements in here. The logo's fine, just some more elements if I could be super nitpicky. The Chicago Wildfire is a clever name, number 1. Number 2, the colors are pretty cool. Number 3, really interesting what they've done with the, they got the team name coming up like this, and then the 2 towers are on top of the, they renamed it. Why do people rename buildings? It used to be the Sears Tower, now it's the Willis Tower or something like that. But very cool. I really like that. That's a very clever, intelligent design choice. Number 15, the Austin Soul. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Love the colors here. It's almost neon orange. It's got like just a hint or a shade of pink or a red in there or something. I really like that. It looks good with the blue. You get some texture in there as well. Look like little suns or something. It's hard to tell, but I can tell that it's texturized. Just a good job. Really like the color combination. Number 14. This is a very simple design, but it kind of works. It's got a 90s feel a little bit to it. You got some orange in there and then some purple, and it's split right where it says Hustle for Atlanta Hustle, and then black down at the bottom. Most people might have this near their bottom, but this is one of the only teams to use purple. So it's unique in my books. Number 13, the New York Empire. And this is a very generic jersey, but I like that there's a gradient in the number as far as color. And I like the texture in the shirt. I see triangles. I see all kinds of different shapes in there. So it gives it almost a rugged feel, or I don't know. I can't really describe it, but I think it's a really good example of a clean jersey or a clean shirt. Number 12, the San Jose Spiders, which is a cool name. Again, kind of a clean jersey, but you get this big yellow stripe swatch coming down, and it's, again, a little bit academic because of that. And I'm usually not a fan of this color relationship, the color combination, but I think this looks pretty good. Number 11, the Dallas Roughnecks. Look at the front, boring. Logo, fine, whatever. But if you look at the back and you see that oil derrick or pump jack or whatever you want to call that thing, I don't care, but it's obviously indicative of what the team name is, or it has to do with the team name, which is awesome. Obviously, there's a lot of oil in Texas, and it makes sense. So I like the design in the back. Props. Number 10, the Toronto Rush, and I love that logo. That's a really cool logo, actually, and 100%, this is where it is because of the texture. You've got these lines that kind of come up like this, and that reminds me, I don't have a Frisbee here, but I've played with Frisbees or discs, whatever, and those lines some of them are on them. I don't know if they're on the official ones. I don't really care, but that's what that reminds me of. So, yeah, good job. Number 9, the Tampa Bay Cannons. I really like this jersey, or this shirt, whatever you call them, I don't care. Texture in the background, almost a grungy kind of texture. The colors look pretty good. You've got some kind of design coming up on the right-hand side. You've got texture, a little bit more texture in the number. Yeah, just a lot of little subtle things going on in this jersey that it makes me want to pick it up and look at it. And yeah, I mean, that's a positive thing right there. Number 8, the Minnesota Windchill. I don't know if I sure like that name. Might have to grow on me, but this has maybe the most academic feel of all of them. It has almost this like thing that kind of comes down and sits here like it's an award, or you've been honored in some way. The colors are pretty cool. You got a really, really desaturated blue or a light blue, and you've got some more design coming up, I guess, on the left-hand side. So a really simple jersey design, but a nice one. Number 7, I put the Philadelphia Phoenix. This is an odd team name because there's a city in the United States called Phoenix, so it's odd to say the Philadelphia Phoenix. And in the hockey perspective, I think Philadelphia Flyers, but Phoenix also used to have a hockey team. Now they're called Arizona, but it makes me want to say in reverse the Phoenix Flyers for Philadelphia Flyers. But anyways, that's how my mind works. Anyways, Philadelphia Phoenix. Don't like the team name. Don't really like that logo, but the jersey is awesome because you can see literally a phoenix in the background there. The colors make sense. Obviously red, and the phoenix is a bird of fire, and it's in there. You can literally see it. And yeah, I mean, put a freaking phoenix on your jersey. Of course I'm going to rank it in my top 10. Number 6, the Raleigh Flyers. I've heard some people say Raleigh and some people say Raleigh. You can decide and tell me in the comments. I don't really care, but that's a very classic logo, like almost 70s, 80s a little bit, which is a good thing in my opinion. You get some stripes along the back, like span the entire or bottom to top of the jersey. On the front, you don't get all of that, but you get it halfway up. And on the arms, which I thought is probably the best part of the jersey, or one of the arms, sorry, you have what looks to be the skyline of a city. Now, I may be mistaken there. I can't see this jersey 100% in front of my eyes. I can just use the picture that I have here that you can see on your screen. But to me, that looks like a city skyline, and I like that implementation. Number 5, the DC Breeze. The colors make complete sense. I see Washington Capitals in here. I see some other teams in some other leagues from DC who play in Washington. So I like that. I see the stars in there, which is something that I would expect to see from a DC team. The striping is unique. You get almost dimension a little bit from it. The logo has dimension. I like this. I like the fact that they didn't choose white as their secondary color or their tertiary color. I like that they use a gray or a silver or whatever you want to call it. It's got maybe a little bit of shade of blue, almost like I'm kind of wearing a shirt that has a little bit of a blue tinge into it, kind of like that. So yeah, I like that. Number 4, the Seattle Cascades. This is a cool jersey. This is a really cool jersey. Split right down the middle, but keeping the same color, just using different shades. And then you get some like lightning bolts or something coming in. Pretty cool. I like that. Number 3, the Los Angeles Aviators, which is pretty cool because I'm a bit of an aviation geek. But the colors work well together. It's a little bit busy, but I think that's why I like it. It's again kind of like one of those jerseys that you have to look at or you want to pick up and look at because there's so much going on. So big props there. Love the colors. Love the logo that I can see on the arm, and yeah, it just looks pretty good. The black almost looks like a runway a little bit. Maybe that was their intention. Number 2, the Madison Radicals. This color relationship or this color usage here is not typical, and that's not a bad thing. I like these colors together. Now that it looks very mustardy. If you guys know anything about me, let me get close. I like mustard. Okay, I love mustard. Now there's a little bit of green in there because you could say that this is mustard. So when I look at this, I think mustard, but when I look at that without seeing this, that looks more yellow. But now that I see this and look at that, that looks more green. So maybe it doesn't look like mustard, but I still like it. It's awesome. I mean, you can almost have 2 primary colors here. Obviously, blue is the primary color, but the second one is this. I don't know. I was going to be really insulting and say a color that's not very friendly, but I'm not going to say that. It doesn't make sense either because I was going to say baby green, but it's not green, but it's not yellow either, so I don't know what it is. But anyways, I like it. Number 1, I put the Pittsburgh Thunderbirds. I mean, how can this not be? Even if you don't like, even if you think that this is ugly and it's bold and it's too in your face, how could it not be in your top 10 for just being so completely different? You've got the jersey completely split by this, what looks to be a lightning bolt, which I guess kind of makes sense because they're called the Thunderbirds, and with thunder you have lightning. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the colors, but just the fact that they were like, you know what, let's just freaking put a giant thunderbolt on there or whatever that is and just split the jersey in half. I mean, you're going to see that team coming. So I like that a lot. Good job, Pittsburgh Thunderbirds. And yeah, it was just kind of a fun process. Again, uneducated, shouldn't be ranking these, shouldn't even be really giving any criticism here, but this is YouTube and it's fun. So whether you liked it or whether you didn't, I had fun, and that's all that really matters to me. So, but if you did like it and you did have fun, please hit the like button down below. But most importantly, tell me in the comments which one you liked the most and which one you disliked the most. And make sure you hit the subscribe button too, because I'm ranking all kinds of things on this channel, whether it's jerseys, logos, plain designs, other sports, all kinds of stuff. So just having a lot of fun here, some lighthearted fun. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next video. Adios.